We go to the top of the fourth, still scored at 0. Been a slow offensive day compared to the first game between the Diamondbacks and the Rockies. And again for the Padres. Quite the pitcher's duel we have. I don't think Vogel's pitched more than... Or not Vogel. I don't think... Is it Vogel? No, Vogel's the catcher, I think. I forget the pitcher's name, but I don't think he's pitched more than 30 pitches. DeVecchio steps into the windup for the 0-1. It's a Sarah Maxwell, and she swings late at a nice fastball down the middle. It's 0-2. The pitch from DeVecchio on the way. She watches that go by, and Sarah Maxwell becomes the second K of the day. That'll bring in Phil Nevin again. Robinson giving DeVecchio the Steins. Angela's not liking anything. She is going to take on this one, though. Pitch on the way. And Nevin watches that barely miss the outside frame of the plate. And it's 1-0. Nevin will watch the second one come his way. And it's a strike on the inside. 1-1 the count to Phil Nevin. 1-1 with 1 out here in the top of the fourth. Big swing from Phil Nevin, rung up. It caught the inside upper corner, and it's 1-2 to Nevin. DeVecchio deals. Popped up just like his first at-bat, if anything. And apparently Angela, who had called it off, Dante rushed in. Apparently there was some miscommunication. Angela got knocked down to the ground by Robinson. Robinson ends up with the out all the same, but a little bit of miscommunication between the catcher and the pitcher on that. And that'll bring up Barret Greenwald. Little dribbler over to the right side. This is going to get down for Maria. The throw to first. And that's going to be it. So the top of the fourth is already done after about 5 to 6 pitches. Watch the little instant replay screen. Maria does that little twirl and toss to first. And Corang was very optimistic about Maria Luna playing second. He says that second base is probably one of the slower as far as like activity field spaces in the infield. But she's low enough to the ground, meaning her height. She's a little bit shorter than all the other kids to where she can get down a lot sooner and at least block it. Stephanie Morgan steps in for the bottom of the fourth. And she watches that one go way inside. Nearly hit her in the elbow. Had to duck out of that. Milton has thrown 37 pitches. The 1-0. Swung on and missed. Stephanie Morgan will be the first to tell you she doesn't have the most strength in her arms, but is very consistent with the bat as a frost ball that has baited a few of these Diamondback players. Does not trick Morgan on that. It was low, and that brings up 2-1. Little dribbler over to the left side. It bounced off the mound. The throw to first. Not going to be in time. The ball got away. The pitcher overthrew. Or I'm sorry, he prematurely threw the ball before the first baseman was there. And Morgan's on with the little lazy single. So Chris Milton, who was trying to time the throw kind of like an NFL quarterback to a receiver running a slant, just misses it entirely, and Morgan's on now with nobody out. And here comes Keisha Phillips. She's going to watch the first one go by for a strike. 0-1. Morgan, the runner, on first. And that one is ball. Same side of the plate, just a little bit high. And Keisha's one of the bigger kids, and so her strike zone's going to be a little bit bigger. That one is ball 2. To the inside. Milton trying to jam Keisha, it looks like, as it's 2-1 to her. And 3-1. Milton throwing 2 straight fastballs. And he's in danger of walking Phillips. Oh, but Keisha gets a hold of this one to the right side. This has a chance. It's dropping. It's off the fence. Marion throws to second. Morgan thought it was probably going to be out. Keisha just barely missed the top of the wall and a home run by maybe a couple of feet. It looked like it just barely caught that stripe out there, this yellow stripe on the top of the wall. It looked like it just caught that. Delvecchio takes strike one. So Milton now, we got our first actual real run chance in this game. Drill, the left side, but going foul. And Angela Delvecchio, just too much turn on it. And now it's 0-2, but she crushed that a mile. Milton's got to be careful. Swung on and missed. He got her on the opposite side of the plate. Delvecchio's rung up on strikes. Alright, so now that was a very crucial out for Milton to get right there. You have Amir Khan coming up. Amir Khan steps in with 2 on and 1 out. Our real first one chance of the game coming right now. And he drills that one, first pitch to the right side. Marion's there for the out. The throwback to second in time. Wow. Stephanie Morgan led. I thought she was going to drop, but the speedy Marion over and right was able to track it down. And just like that, the run threat is over. We go to the top of the 5th. The only thing that really changed are the hits. 4 apiece so far, but we're still rung up at 0. And we saw from Milton that he was approaching 50 pitches. Angela has just broke 30 from the last inning. Well, Angela's always had really good arm stamina as Quinn hits this one. A lazy pop fly over to center. Keisha running in to get it. She's going to make a nice catch for the out. And speaking of Chris Milton, here he comes up to the plate. Milton comes in. He's 1 for 1 today with a single. And he watches the first one go right down the middle. Curveball for a strike. Angela, been liking the fastball call from Robinson. That one's popped up and out of play. Milton might have been a little bit behind on that. And now it's 0-2 to Milton. Delvecchio deals. The pitch. Ball barely missed. Tried to get Milton to maybe chase it on the outside of the plate. And here we go. Delvecchio's next pitch. Swung on and missed, and that is out number 2 of the inning and the 3rd K for Delvecchio. That'll bring up Donald Vogel, the catcher. Top of the 5th, nobody on, 2 out. We're tied at 0. And what was anticipated to probably be a very highly offensive game has really kind of turned into a pitcher's duel. Couple of errors on the right side as Vogel pops this up. Steele running over to get it. Makes the nice out for the final out of the top of the 5th. But we go back to that hit the last inning. Keisha Phillips missed the wall. There was a couple of opportunities. Keisha Phillips missed the wall. Stephanie thought it was going to be out. And then Angela crushed it, but she just hooked it foul by like 1.5 feet. So, crucial opportunities for the Diamondbacks. Swung on and missed for Jocinda. Chris Milton has been throwing the fastball a lot more and more. I can only wonder if he's going to maybe come out of the game soon. Drill down the right side line. And that's a nice grab. And she'll beat out Smith to first. Nice diving stop by... I don't know who the girl is that plays first. I'm sorry. And that'll bring up Bernie Steele. Steele steps in with 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. Popped up and out of play. Foul ball, 0-1. And the next pitch from Milton. Little dribbler back to the pitcher's mound. Going to be a close play. Throw to first in time. Steele was just a little out of reach. Ahmed Khan now comes up to the plate with 2 outs and nobody on. And that... You know, after about the first couple of innings, first few innings of getting 2 on with 2 out, it's been really silent since. Ahmed Khan takes strike 1 on the inside. 0-1 to count to Khan. And the next pitch on the way. Crushed. Left side. This one has a chance. And the first run of the day goes to the Diamondbacks. Ahmed Khan caught it over the plate, squared it. And the Diamondbacks lead 1-0. And that could be the only run we get the entire game. Wow. .467 feet it got. The dugout for the Diamondbacks starting to look lively now after that. And Ahmed Khan timed that swing too, just square right in the barrel, middle of the plate, just drove it. As Dante Robinson looks at a ball for a 1-0. A 2-out solo blast, and that puts the D-backs up on top. Milton approaching 60 pitches, he deals. Swing and a miss at a high fastball, Dante got rung up on it. 1-1 the count to Robinson. Ball high. And Milton, we're seeing Milton go to the fastball again. We don't know how much arm strength Milton has left in him. Little dribbler over to the right side. That's going to go down the fair line. Robinson not able to go to second as the second baseman was more or less playing like a shallow right field. But a nice little base hit for Robinson. Now, if you got to wonder, with Luna coming up, she might try to bunt this down, but I don't know if she's got the speed to get to first. She's going to try it, and she whiffs on that one. 0-1. 0-1 the count. And that one, the elevator pitch, sneaky, just misses outside. 1-1. Milton is now at 60 pitches. Strike. And again, Luna whiffs on a bunt attempt. 1-2, got to be fair if she is bunting. Little dribbler over to the right side. That's going to get down. Luna running over to first. Not going to beat the throw. She's just not feeling well enough to run. So we go to the top of the sixth, but not after a solo blast from Ahmed Khan. Lifts the Diamondbacks and gives them the lead. Halfway in this one. Courtney Valentino, the second baseman, comes on, and if you're the Padres and you've had some offense opportunities in the game, I think you really have to strike, either this inning or next inning. Unless if the Diamondbacks, you hold them. Oh, nice grab by Stephanie, the little liner back up the middle. Morgan able to glove that in. But going back, if you're the Diamondbacks, you want to try and tack on as much runs as you can to maybe lower that momentum for the Padres. But if you're the Padres, if you can just tend and lick the wound and try to fight back, this could be a very interesting ball game come the 8th and 9th inning. Estrada hits one deep to center field. Keisha on her way back. It's over the wall, and Estrada answers with a solo shot of his own. It barely broke over the wall. Del Vecchio hanging a slow ball right over the middle. Wow. 385 feet, barely just broke over the wall. I wonder if Keisha had played that further back. She's about as tall as the wall. And just like that, the Padres have answered, and now we're tied up again at 1 apiece. So Davey Marion comes in with 1 out, nobody on, after the Estrada solo. Little dribbler up the middle. Stephanie could not get it, and Marion's on with a single. Marion, probably the fastest runner on the team. That'll bring up Sarah Maxwell, and the Padres now with 1 on and 1 out after that solo home run. They're starting to get themselves lively. If they're gonna jump, it's gonna have to be now. Swung on and missed for Maxwell. She's had a strikeout today. She's 0-2. And the pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. They caught the inside corner. 0-2 the count. You got to wonder if Marion might try to move. Well, DeVecchio doesn't like the call. Let's see, is she going to change her mind on it? It doesn't look like it. And now she's ready. Pitch on the way, Maxwell. Watch as it go by, and that is the second strikeout and a huge answer. Back to the Estrada solo home run. You want to try and, you know, Padres are going to fight back. You got to anticipate that. The pitch on the way to Nevin. And he watches that go by for a strike. Marion's going to steal. No throw from Robinson. Robinson, not really known for his throwing arm, but he's a very decent catcher, and that's who he has behind the plate. There was some talk about Corang, the coach, possibly moving Robinson over to right and having Ahmed be catching. Ahmed has a strong arm. And the 0-1 over to Nevin with 2 out. Swung on and missed, and that's going to be 0-2. Probably some adjustments we'll see defensively on down the line, but we don't know how many kids are really going to run on Del Vecchio. She pitches really hard. The next pitch on the way, the 0-2, little grounder over to the right side. Stephanie couldn't grab it. The throw home, Steele's going to chuck it. Not in time, and a flurry of mistakes have put the Padres on top, 2-1. Jocinda dove for the ball. Stephanie must have thought she got it. Didn't realize the ball was still on the ground. Jocinda got up. Stephanie saw the ball. Hurled it over to first to try and get Nevin. And Marion saw that as an opportunity to go home. And the throw home was very close. But Marion was able to get down there. And now the Padres have answered after the Ahmed Khan solo blast. And now they lead 2-1. Swung on and missed for Beret Greenwald. 2-1 with 2 out, runner on second. I'm sorry, the score is 2-1. It's actually 0-1 to the batter. Pitch on the way. Greenwald, little dribbler over to the left side. Jocinda's got it. And after that flurry of miscommunication and good base running, the Padres have taken the lead. Stephanie Morgan leads off the inning, or leads off the bottom of the 6th, rather. Stephanie Morgan trying to get something going. Pitch on the way. Popped up and out of play. Swung late. Milton with 5 strikeouts today. DeVecchio, I believe, with 4. Drilled over to the left side. Nevin's there. Can't make the grab. It was right to him. The throw to first, not in time. And Stephanie Morgan on with another single. So the tying run aboard over at first. And that's going to bring up Keisha Phillips, who just about crushed it the last time her at bat. Oh, if you're looking for an answer right now, the person at the plate is definitely the one to give it. She watches that strike at the top of the zone. 0-1 the count. Morgan's at first. Morgan not known for her base running. Swung on and missed at another one. Elevator pitch pretty much in the same area. If I'm Chris Milton, I'm throwing every trick I have in the book at her. That one in the dirt. Good gloved out by Vogel. Probably saved a stolen base. 1-2 the count to Phillips. Swung on, drilled to the right side. That's going to go in the gap, maybe. No, Marion, right fielder, able to track it down. Man, he is definitely going to be the player of the game if the Padres hold on and win. And that'll bring up Del Vecchio. That ball was crushed down the opening in right center. Marion was able to track it down. Drilled hard, right field. Marion on his way. Looking for it. He makes the catch. So 2 straight long balls hit to Marion. And Stephanie, who got the leadoff single, still stranded at first. Amir Khan steps in. He's 0 for 2. Little grounder up the inside. This is going to be a tricky play. The throw. No, not in time. She just turns and touches second. So a leadoff single, followed by two big outs to Davy Marion, who is definitely playing at an all-star tier today. And we go to the top of the 7th.